Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Stretch the Sketch. Now this is a series that was started by Janet Fritz over at Galaxy Girl Creations. It is where we take a 12 by 12 sketch and we shrink it, stretch it, twist it, turn it, do all kinds of good things with it. This is today's sketch right here. Now I have some cardstock, lots of photos. I have 5 photos and I'm gonna pull you guys over here a minute. I actually have pulled out a ton of stickers and things in preparation for this layout. So let's see what I can do. Guys, I am starting out with a white background. Now, most of the time I find that when I'm doing 2-page layouts, I do end up using some sort of cardstock as a white background, and that is because I don't have 2 of the same sheets of pattern paper usually anymore. I have found that I buy single sheets of paper because most of my layouts are now single page layouts. So when we do a double layout, we use the cardstock, which I have plenty of. Now I am using one of my Scrapping Reflection stencils. It's the one with all the mini castles on it. And I'm taking some purple ink from Close to My Heart, and I'm just going to fill in this background. The beautiful thing about a cardstock background is that you can add your things to it and you can make matching pattern paper for those double page layouts. So I'm not going to make you watch me stencil both of these papers, just one. And I am using purple because, you know, there's just not enough purple in my scrappy life, and every time I can add a little bit of purple, that's what we're gonna do. So, fun fact, I'm actually doing this voiceover in my bedroom because my daughters and husband are downstairs playing Call of Duty, and it's a little bit loud. So I am upstairs in my bedroom, and my light is purple as well. So now I have all 5 of my photos spanning across the 2 pages of the layout. Now in the sketch, there is a bit of pattern paper that goes all the way around the photos. Now, I decided to take some creative license, and instead of having a photo mat around the photo and also that horizontal paper, I decided to just make it one sheet of paper. Now, I am using this teal paper from My Mind's Eye. This is from the Wild Asparagus collection. Now, I loved Wild Asparagus way back in the day when it first came out, and I actually still had a sheet of paper. I think this is Wild Asparagus. I might be wrong. But I actually had a sheet of paper from the original Wild Asparagus collection, and it doesn't exactly match the newest Wild Asparagus, but that's okay. It's just more paper to use, right? Right. Okay, so I am getting my photos down, and I'm not too terribly worried that the polka dots from the green on the left-hand page, I know that that doesn't necessarily match the polka dots on the right-hand side of the page, and I'm cool with it. I'm not letting that stress me out. Really, I'm going to add so much to this layout, you're not even really going to notice it. Okay, so while I am figuring out what I'm going to do to this layout and how I am going to embellish it just right, please make sure you check out all the links down below. That will be everyone who is stretching the sketch this month. So that will be super fun. And spoiler alert, wow, can't speak very well today, guys. Spoiler alert, next month's Stretch the Sketch, so the February Stretch the Sketch, will be in conjunction with my Follow a Sketch February series that I do every year. So everyone that is doing the sketch on that day will be stretching it. Super fun times. So now I want to use some washi tape as a pattern paper. And I'm going to use this floral washi tape, and I don't know the name of it, but I do know, I'm pretty sure I got it from Paper House. So it's not thick enough. I want a little bit of a thicker line, so I do 2 lines of the washi tape. No, the florals do not match up, and again, not stressing about it. So I go ahead and do the 2 layers of washi tape over top of the white cardstock, and I go ahead and trim it off. Now I thought that this was going to be long enough, and I was just going to put the whole thing underneath of this pattern, but I quickly realized that it was not long enough, and I probably should have done it on the 11-inch side of the paper instead of the 8.5. But no worries, I just split it apart and tucked it underneath, and nobody knows that it's ripped apart under there but you and me. So now I'm going to kind of fill in this wood frame, and I'm going to do that with this kind of gold and teal. It's a hexagon, but it's a funky hexagon paper. So I'm going to go ahead and back that, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my ATG to it, and that way it's going to stick great to the page. Now I also have this castle die cut that's going to go. Oh goodness, my husband's over here trying to make me laugh, and I kept it in, but I just couldn't. Okay, so here we are, guys. I'm going to take my Brutus Monroe clear embossing ink and my icicle embossing powder, and I'm going to just go ahead and emboss this castle. It's really not going to do anything but give it a little bit of shine, and I'm just doing that for a little bit of different texture on this layout. I am going to have a whole lot of texture on this layout eventually, but this is one of the things I do like to do. So back in the day when I first discovered embossing, I used to clear emboss all kinds of things because I had the die cuts and I had the dies and I could do these things, and it was great. So there is the magic of heat embossing, and I realized I was holding the castle vertically like that, so you didn't get to see all of the magic, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I am going to add some adhesive down to the castle and overlap it on this frame over here. So this wood veneer frame is literally nothing but a decoration. I'm not going to journal in it, I'm not going to build my title in it, I'm not going to do anything. It is a nod to the circles in that original sketch. But as you will see, when I stretch the sketch, I kind of do my own thing and basically stop looking at the sketch completely when I really start decorating and embellishing the page. So I felt like since I had this gold hexagon pattern over here on the left-hand side, I should probably put it over on the right-hand side because I want this to be one big cohesive 12 by 24 canvas. And since I also put my layouts into D-ring albums, I want you to be able to span that ringed gap in the middle and understand that this is a 2-page layout. So I have this 6x6 paper right here, and I decide to go ahead and add it over here to the left side of the page, and only on the left side of the page because I felt like the left-hand layout was a lot lighter. It didn't have enough weight. The left page over here was feeling heavy, which is great, it's fine, but the right side wasn't feeling as heavy, and I needed to change that up. So now I'm going to actually start using all of those stickers that I pulled out for the layout. Now I don't share that process. I had actually pulled those out before I had started doing the layout, but I knew that I wanted to use some teals, and I thought I was going to go teal and pink, but I ended up going teal and purple. So I literally just pulled and flipped through stickers and pulled out anything teal, and then I saw the unicorn, and I thought, you know what? Unicorns are magical. Disney is magical. This can happen. So that introduced purple, and then I just started going through anything that jumped out at me that I felt was a good match for Disney, felt like a good happy match. Anything that was made me happy, I just pulled that stuff out. And I probably should do a whole process on that instead of just having the stuff ready to go. That might be helpful. Might have to do that. Okay, so I felt like I needed this floral washi on the other side of the layout as well. So I went ahead and did a double bit again. And then I have more stickers and stuff to get down on the page. Now, a dragon really didn't need to be on here, but you know what? I wanted him to be on here. I even thought about cutting off the flames and just having the dragon there, but I was like, no, gotta have it. Of everything that I pulled out, that little banner right there is the only thing that did not actually make it onto the layout. And I think that's pretty awesome because a lot of the times when I pull out items, I don't get them all on there. And after I stopped filming, I realized I had left a few things off that I wanted to include. One was the title, so I had to put that on there. And then I added some florally leafy type bits underneath of the flowers that will eventually make it onto the page. You'll see the final photos where those are on the page, but no process for that either. So this is a clock face sticker, and I went ahead and grabbed that because, you know, time is a theme that runs throughout many Disney stories, especially Cinderella, and I have Cinderella and the fairy godmother up close photos on here. I went ahead and added that other circle sticker. Again, I'm giving nods to the circly bits on here. I'm going to layer up words and labels and everything, and basically I am just decorating the heck out of this page. And that is fine because two things. More is more, and it's a Disney layout. And Disney layouts can have all the junk. So now I am going to put this no limits sticker down. So it says imagination, no limits. And I figure that, you know, those two words can go together. So that works. That little acrylic thing that I just pushed down was a little word circle that said princess. Now I did use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive on the back of that because that adhesive will dry matte and clear, and you will still be able to see it and you won't see the glue marks underneath of it. So now I am grabbing some of my Prima flowers because, you know, concentrated effort to make it through a bunch of these. And I'm just going to sprinkle these about the page. I'm going to put them in kind of clusters, but sets of 3. So if I have like these guys on the bottom, there's a set of 3 that spans the bottom over here, and then the set of 3 spans the top. So I'm just having them in sets of 3. Now I will glue these flowers down with Nuvo Deluxe adhesive as well, because I'm going to need them to be held in place. Now if I was going to put a brad through these or anything like that, I would not have glued down the flowers, but I'm not putting a brad through them. I'm actually going to use some Nuvo drops to go ahead and put the center down. And that is because of one reason and one reason alone. I have way too many Nuvo drops, so trying to get through some of those as well. So I don't really have full set syndrome, but I like to have a good amount of everything that I own, and there's just too much of them. There's just too much. So I'm trying to work through them. Trying to work through a lot of my products just because, you know, I want to use the stuff that I like, and I'm only buying the stuff that I really like right now. So, you know, I need to make room, get rid of stuff, use it up so I can buy new stuff. Right? Right. All right, so what'll happen is I will have a title on this page that says Hello Adventure. I'll be using 2 different kinds of thicker stickers. And then as you can see, I added in these little gold leaf stickers on the backs and the outside of all of the flowers right there. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you check out the links down below so you can see what everyone stretched this month. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.